She said she'd been watching the videos for 3 hours. We got up at 7 o'clock, and it was 10 o'clock when I talked to her. And she said she's probably going to watch some more.
We are the Crawfords. We have 6 kids and are hiking the Appalachian Trail, a 2,200-mile hike from Georgia to Maine. We don't know if we can finish it, but we are doing it together.
Good morning. The coolest thing just happened. Last night at 8:30 p.m., which it's like amazing we even got reception here, I got this message on Instagram. This lady saw our Appalachian Trail videos. She lives really close to the Appalachian Trail, where it crosses the James River near Big Island, Virginia. We live on a large farm with outdoor kitchen, including a cob pizza oven. We'd love to host you and cook pizza for you. So I'm thinking, okay, I'll deal with that later. Anyways, I look at the weather, and the weather, like, you know how it gives you your local weather? Anyways, it says like Big Island. And she was like, oh, I live next to Big Island. I was like, oh my gosh, that's really close. So I looked it up, and it's like within 1 mile of where we were hoping to get tonight. So I texted her back and said, hey, like, people don't know where we're actually at, so I think she was thinking like this will be months away. I was like, how does tomorrow work? Anyway, she just got back to me and she said, that'll work great, we'll figure something out, see you at 6 p.m. So we got pizza tonight and a farm to stay at. So we gotta go wake the kids up because we gotta get moving, but this is so exciting.
Someone invited us over to their house for pizza tonight. So we gotta get moving, okay?
We are leaving the shelter a little bit later than I would have liked, but what are the chances of, I mean, this trail is 2,200 miles.
I know.
And this person reaches out and offers us a place to stay and eat in the 1 mile on the one night
That we would need it, or would want it.
and she lets us know at 8:24 p.m. the night before. So cool. Rainier, guess what we're gonna eat tonight?
Milk.
Milk is tomorrow. Tonight we have a special surprise. This was not planned. Bathroom, yeah, there is a bathroom. But we are gonna have pizza tonight. One of the cool conversations we got into this morning before leaving the shelter was with a married couple. Their trail names are Blueberry and Pickle, which should tell you something. Those are 2 of my favorite foods, so. What? Oatmeal. Yeah, we had oatmeal, didn't we? And they were a young married couple. They haven't even been married a year, and it's so cool to see married couples out here. There's not many. And I asked them, I said, hey, are you guys thinking about having kids, or are you waiting, or what's your thoughts? And they said, well, we don't know. We want to do all this cool stuff, and then I could tell they kind of like caught themselves because they were gonna say like, you know, you can't really do stuff like that with kids. And they're like, well, actually, you guys are making us rethink all this. And they were talking about doing the trail with family. And that's one of the reasons why we like making these videos, is just to show people, not that you have to have kids, but at least it's possible. Because I feel like there's this lie that we were told, this is 17 years ago when we first got married, and that is that like, there's this better place to invest your time and energy, and that's in these like adventure seeking and freedom, and all these things that are, yeah, school, Cammy's back there talking, I don't know if you can hear, all these things that are investments, and sometimes they're mutually exclusive with kids, like you have to choose one or the other. And what we're showing with this trail is you actually don't have to choose between adventure and children. But not only that, what we've learned is if we had to do it all over again, I am so glad that we didn't listen to some of the lies that we felt like we were hearing, which is like children are basically a bad investment or a worse investment than some of these other areas. You know, like investing in your career and adventure and travel. And not that those are bad things, but what we've experienced now that our kids are 16, 17, 15, 13, is like, man, it can be so cool and no one is telling you how much you're missing out by prioritizing these other things. So most of our vlogs, we're just trying to show the joy that we experience with our family. And it's not all joy, but in the end it is really definitely a net positive. But every once in a while we have the opportunity to just have like a frank conversation. That's what happened this morning. Still looking for the kids. We haven't caught up, but we are walking along the Blue Ridge Parkway. It's this road. I don't know much about it. Yeah. Let's try and beat the car. I think we can beat it. Looks like a motorcycle. Man, so green out here. Looks like I'm in some sort of like Irish Springs commercial or something. This is beautiful. Just surrounded by leaves. Is it beautiful? Mm-hmm. Yeah. What'd you find?
A trillium. I got this for my grandma.
Rainier, what happened to your foot?
Did you find it?
After
No.
hiking for a while, we noticed that we have a missing shoe and we're not sure where it went. So we're gonna have to go to the other pair of shoes. All right, you know it's a good sign when the person you're staying with is asking you whether you want lager, pale ale, IPA, or stout. And she's clarifying what kind of coffee creamer you want. And she's asking brand names of ice cream, which I feel kind of bad because our family basically eats the most expensive of everything, both in quantities and styles. So I don't really want to tell people.
Not if they're asking.
Cammy will. We're about less than a mile from our lunch spot.
This is what I want to be at the lunch spot. Water and shade.
I like about Eden's lunches is they always have these fancy desserts. Milano lemon flavored chocolate. Oh wow.
My shoes are pretty torn up and getting kind of sick of them. I have like ripping parts here. This is ripping, and then here, and then on the inside it's ripping right there, and they're kind of hurting my feet a little bit, so I tape the parts of my feet that hurt and then they're okay, but it's still kind of annoying, and I'm kind of hoping that these new shoes will help them.
I got these shoes brand new. First day I wore them was the first day of the Appalachian Trail. They're Merrell's. They have actually been pretty comfortable. I think because they are too big. I think if they were my exact size, I would have blisters like some of the other people in my family. They are falling apart. Rip right there. This is coming off this. You can see my toe through there. So basically, the next time it rains, I'd be screwed. This is after 800 miles though, so even walking downhill, I can feel like I'm like basically walking out of my shoe.
This right here, for the first month, it was like all the way peeled back, and I had to super glue it a couple times. It was just not in a very good shape. Same with this one. Yeah, that's...
My shoes, I kind of like how they look, and that's probably about it. They haven't lasted that long. They've gotten holes in them, and they've been kind of uncomfortable. I mean, I think for almost 800 miles, they've done pretty well. Right there, there's a hole. This is kind of like coming off. A bunch of the rubber here is coming off. And then there's like holes here. And it's the same thing with this one. So.
All right, Filia, let's talk about your shoes. So these are shoes that you got in Gatlinburg. How many miles back was that? Does anyone know? And they're actually doing great.
Right.
We had to get new shoes for her because she outgrew her old ones. The shoes are doing great. Her feet are not doing great, as you can tell. She has kind of like a bunch of like blisters and rashes. Partially is because I think they're these like waterproof. And that keeps all the moisture in, and that has not been very good on your feet.
The other shoes were really better, but
I don't know. I'm hoping that these other shoes we're gonna get you in a day or two will give your toes a lot more room.
My shoes have, I think they have like 11 or 1,200 miles on them, not just the AT. So they've been doing pretty good considering. They are ready to go because this is blowing out here, and kind of on the same side my other one is starting to do the same thing. My feet, you know, have been doing okay, but just recently I started to get the red marks on my heels and stuff, and so that's why I've been putting tape there.
So I'm finally ready to do a review on these shoes that I picked up in Damascus. I think I've put 300 miles on them now, so I have a pretty informed opinion. When I first got them, I felt like I was like cheating. Here's a little story. My feet, I've had this like callus thing on my pinky toe over here, like always. And when I hike, it gets like crazy. The kids call it like the blade. It's like kind of gross and gnarly, and it hurts like hell. I just like accepted like, okay, this is like the way life is. My dad has these. In fact, if you ever want to talk to my dad, you can ask him why he optionally only has 9 toes right now. That's how bad this actually is. But anyways, ever since I got these new shoes, that has like not been a problem at all. And I was like, I didn't even know that was optional. If my dad had Altras, he'd probably have 10 toes right now, which is why I got a pair for him for Father's Day. They take a little bit of getting used to. One thing that pissed me off right off was this little guy came off in the front like day 2. But I think that's mostly cosmetic, and I've heard a bunch of people complain about that. I'm probably gonna shoe glue that. That's just annoying, but it hasn't caused any other problems. Otherwise, I was worried that these would like fall apart because they feel really thin. They're super breathable, which is really nice. And I do have this like bit of wear here. I'll probably slap some shoe glue on that. But for 300 miles, they are so comfortable. The one thing I'll say is they take some getting used to, because the way that your toes are positioned, I just noticed that for the first week or two, my toes were like really tired. Not sore. It was like I was using them for the first time, like certain muscles in my toes, I think from having space. So I guess you could probably like hurt yourself if you don't take the right time to to switch over. But I am super pumped because we are supposed to be picking up our shoes tomorrow that Altra is sending our entire family for free. So I cannot wait. I think that's like a huge thing for our family to get this. And it's gonna be a major upgrade because like the shoes, like we bought whatever was kind of like on sale. That's why none of the kids' shoes match and stuff, because it's so expensive. So this is saving us probably like $1,000 to get these shoes. See, this is why we don't film more shoe videos. Look, it just wiped everyone out. Cammy's mooching off that sleeping pad right there.
I got on the trail 9 days ago, and last night I told my wife about the Crawfords that were hiking the trail, and said I heard they had YouTube videos. So this morning when I called her a little while ago, she said she'd been watching the videos for 3 hours. She got up at 7 o'clock, and it was 10 o'clock when I talked to her. And she said she's probably going to watch some more. So, hello, Marcia. Have a good day.
We have 9 miles until we get picked up. I'm excited, and yeah, I'm really excited for the pizza and stuff.
We are baking out here. Going straight uphill. Feels like we're in a pizza oven. There's a little bit of shade now, but it was pretty exposed. We're getting pretty low on water, but I think we're almost done with the uphill, and then we start the downhill, which is nice because it'll be easier, and hopefully we get under some trees. But Filia is working her little butt off up here. She's sweating like crazy. Is it cold and nice? All right, look at this.
Oh, that's cold. Oh, it's so cold.
Going to the creek felt great, and I don't know why nobody else did it, because now I feel great and they're gonna be hot when they start walking, but it felt really good. And we have 5.2 miles left.
Look at this right here.
Not heard as much.
Look at that. Do you see that right there? That's a tick. See him right there? He's looking for my hand. I want to see this guy jump. Look at that guy. You got to know my rainy day. When you walk my way, there's a long before you go. Go for it, baby.
Walking over the longest footbridge on the AT over the James River, dedicated to a fellow thru-hiker, William Foote, I think I read. That's pretty cool. His wife and him were the first to complete the coast-to-coast trail, which I'm forgetting which what the name is for that. One of the guys that we've been hiking with quite a bit for the past, probably a month or more. His trail name's Silver. And when we got invited to these people's house, we were camping with him that night. And so we really wanted to include him in on this because well, we like him, and we kind of wanted to share the goodness that we're getting from other people with him. So it's really fun to be able to do that. So we asked the people, like, do you mind if we add one more? And they were like, oh, sure. So it should be fun.
Look, we made it. Good job. Silver, what are you most looking forward to about tonight?
Oh, I want a cold beverage, preferably of an adult nature, but I'll take any.
All right, guys, good job. We got some vehicles that are pulling up here. Look at that. They brought a backup vehicle.
We are at our place for the night. This place is amazing. So it's on a farm. There's like beehives over there. There's like a million cows over there. So it's all of our stuff there. We've got beverages here of our choice because she asked what we wanted. So for the kids and me, Dr. Pepper and Cherry Coke, cooler. Look at that. And then we are going to be eating pizzas in this oven. How cool is that? And we got a fresh from the garden salad. I'm so excited about that. Salad dressing, looks like it's homemade.
You could bring it in the morning when you come, if you don't mind.
That meat, it was grown here and is fresh, so that's amazing. Cow and pig meat. That's amazing!
Let's see it right there.
Yeah.
There's tomato sauce, macaroni,
And I've enjoyed meeting y'all, and somehow we'll keep up.
cheese.
Yeah, well,
I feel like somehow we'll keep up.
Man, this is so amazing. Everyone's making their own pizza with fresh, amazing ingredients. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. And then I'm so excited to eat the salad too because it's like from their garden. And we don't get a whole lot of fresh vegetables.
Here's artichoke if you want.
is that good?
Yeah.
She got like 20 mini ice cream, like Ben and Jerry and Haagen-Dazs.
This is like the nice stuff.
She said the grocery store was 25 minutes away. So she drove all that way to get other stuff, but like, look how much.
Oh my goodness. It is hard to explain like what just happened. I don't feel like words really do it much justice.
I feel like we got brought into a family as if we were family, and we had like a gigantic feast.
It was like a family reunion, but we were like the stars of it.
Yeah.
Yesterday night, when I was like trying to decide whether or not to respond to this message or take it seriously, or how much energy to put into scheduling this, I just felt like there was something supernatural about it. It was like weird how the weather led to realizing that it was the next town that was literally made less than 24 hours ahead of time, within a mile. So I kind of went with that, and I was like, you know what? I feel like if God wanted to get our attention and have us pay attention to something, this might be what it would look like. And coming here, I just feel like that's what happened. God used these people to say, I love you. And people have all sorts of weird, funny phrases for it. They call it trail magic, or they say the trail provides. I don't believe the trail has any power. I think the trail is a piece of dirt. But I believe God loves us. And tonight, I mean, it was too crazy, you guys. Like, it was more than pizza. It was more than beer. It was more than ice cream. I don't know. Some of those things you can buy, but what we felt tonight, you can't buy that. Mm-hmm. And I'm blown away. I'm so blown away. And I was really happy to have our friend Silver here. I was thinking, like, in a way, I think we like blessed him, and like we're generous or shared or something like that. But there was a whole nother way where it was like, it was so fun to be able to experience this with someone else.
Yeah.
That knows how special these things are to us right now. So I think in a way, it helped me enjoy it way more.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Unbelievable. Another night on the trail. I'm really glad we can share some of these stories, and maybe someday we'll watch this video and just remember God's goodness to us and our family faithfully again, again, again. Thanks for watching, you guys. We'll see you tomorrow morning.